Hey everyone. How's it going? I'll give people a minute to pop in. Hopefully I can see the comments while it's happening. I'm going to bring you up on my phone as well so that I can see the comments while they're happening. And then I don't have to look at my computer and I can see the camera. Let me know how you're doing. Hello. Happy Monday. Our Monday's happy. I mean, any day can be happy, I guess. We're pretty tired. We were up away from the house later than normal after, like, we have a baby kitten, so we don't get a lot of sleep right now, and that's the life we chose for ourselves. But then when other things also conspire against our sleep, it's a whole thing. So it's been, I'm tired. That's the moral of the story is that I am tired. How are you doing, Haley? It's so good to see your little face pop up on the comments there. I'm glad I could see those comments. Okay, cool. Today, I'm just going to do what I normally do. By normally, I haven't done it in a while because I took a break over winter. I really needed it, and here I am. And if I'm not talking as loud and enthusiastically as I normally do, it's because Olivia's next door laying down, and she's totally fine with me keeping the door open, but I still don't want to be a dick, you know? So she's laying down because of the whole we're not getting very much sleep thing, and also we're cold, and now she's under like a pile of blankets with cats. Day off from work, so it's happy. I hear retired. I spent all weekend doing self-care. Isn't it funny how even if the reason we do self-care is because we're feeling burnt out and exhausted, that we're still tired after we do it? It's almost like it's like after a really good exercise or physio, your whole body hurts. Oh, I'll tell her. I'll let her know. As far as the baby kitty goes, if you live local and you have all your shots, pew pew pew, you're welcome to come over and visit the cat. It's a thing. We need to socialize him, and we need to socialize Lottie more because she, hi Sarah, we got her just before the pandemic started when I was in the deepest part of my depression. So she doesn't know how to people outside of me and Olivia, and she runs and hides. Shouldn't laugh, but I do. So. Okay. Ooh, the very first card for the collective that is coming from the Practical Magic Oracle by Grounded by the Moon is Candle, which you'll see says rest and recharge. So this is the theme for the week, which I think is fair with all the Pisces and all of those things. So I'm going to read, this is a new deck to me, so I'm going to read the blurb that comes with the candle. All right. You are exhausted and burning the candle from both ends. It's okay to rest and to slow down. You have been pushing yourself too far. Allow yourself to pause. Reflect on all you have experienced up until this point. It's time to rejuvenate. Greatness is not accomplished while exhausted. Somebody tell me that again. Greatness is not accomplished while you're exhausted. That's kind of rude because I feel like I'm always exhausted. So that's the thing. Anyway, take the needed time to replenish your energy and regain your strength. Don't allow your flame to burn out. Instead, tend to it and keep a close eye on it. So it also gives ideas for rituals. So here it says, take a blue candle and invoke it with calming, restful, and healing energy. Repeat the affirmation 3 times when you are ready. Ignite your candle and allow the magical energy to be released into the universe. Take this time to visualize healing, blue swirls of rejuvenating energy, and surround and enveloping you. So the mantra for this card is I know my limit. Do I though? Do I know my limit? Thanks, Deborah. Deborah Lynn knows me. She knows me so well. Rude. LOL, rude, right? Just like that. Okay. So I do like that on my phone I can see that it's doing automatic captions, which is exciting. Now time for the tarot. Look at the tarot. By the way, I have sage burning. I know you can't smell it, but maybe you can see that it's a little hazy in here. All right. First card. Page of Cups upside down. So when we get the Page of Cups right side up, it's like, anything you can dream, it's time to do it, blah, 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 blah. So when it comes in reverses like this, we might be, probably are, maybe will, this week, it warns against two things. One, careful not to self-edit your dreams and hopes and desires. You are a valid human being. Your wants, your needs, your dreams, your hopes, your ambitions, all those things are good things. The other thing that this card usually represents in a reading when I pull it is like thinking my ideas are stupid and everyone else's are great, and the only reason that I'm not succeeding is because my ideas are dumb. Yeah. So I feel like this plays hand in hand with the Rest card. When we get tired, our bullshit meter seems to only detect bullshit that isn't ours. So in order to right side up this card, we need to focus on that rest, and maybe the deck will offer us some other things. Yes, the Magician. So in order to have our dreams start to manifest, we need to remember our unique blend of magic. So what is it that people always ask you about? That people always either come to advice to you for, ask you to do, ask questions about, get your expertise on. You might think of the kind of content that people always share with you. Those are clues about what your magic is. Also, the things that you feel tired in a good way after having done them. So, do you know what I mean by this? Like for me, when the cleaning bug hits me and I get like a room organized or whatever, like I got this room all organized. Check it out. Aside from that litter box, this whole room is tidy. There's not a single dirty bit. Like it's just so nice. Anyway, so when that happened, when I was done, I was so tired. We got rid of a bunch of stuff. I had to find new homes for other things. I had to decide what I really wanted, why I was keeping this broken thing. And by doing that, I was tired, I was sore, but I felt so good and so fired up to do a bit more. And so we ended up later that week cleaning out the garage. And that's how my GoFundMe got started, because we went in and we surveyed the damage and it was so much worse. But this is one of my gifts. One of the things that I have as the Magician is problem solving. Sometimes whether I like it or not. The solution to a problem is really obvious to me. And when I'm in my energy, when this card is right side up, I'm very creative about it. When this card is upside down because I'm tired, every little bit of problem solving is stressful for me. So that's what I mean by tapping into your gift from a place of rejuvenation will help. And then Justice is the third card. So Justice can mean a literal judgment, like it can mean something going in your favor that you're not sure about. So this week, it could look like conflict resolution that is in our favor. It could look like an outcome of something we've been waiting for a really long time. It's going to go in a way that works in our favor. It might not be the way we think it should be, or the way we thought it was going to come, but it will benefit us in the long run. That is one. The other thing that Justice is, sometimes you need to stand up for yourself. You know what is right for you, right? Your gifts, your hopes and dreams. You know what you need, so take it. That's kind of what that is. All right, so who wants their own card? You know you do. I know Sarah needs her own card. It's just screaming to me. So, Sarah, you can rewatch this or whatever. I'm going to pull you some cards because I love you and I'm the boss. So. Ooh, the earth element. Grounding. Where are you feeling a little floaty, a little overexcited. I see you, Deverlyn. A little whatever. Where are you feeling these things? Where are you feeling like you're losing your steam? Tied right back in with that rest card. Where are you feeling overwhelmed? Any of those kinds of things, Sarah. This is what pops up for me. So like, when I'm talking about elemental magic and stuff, my least present element in my chart is earth. So I know what it's like for my emotions to be like, blah, blah, blah. So another key word for this is survival. So I'm going to read you the message that comes with the earth element card. The element of earth invites you to slow down. There's the same theme, okay? With the earth comes bringing stability and growth. This card can also represent your focus on the material aspects of life. Not to be confused with money. Material just means the things you can see, touch, taste, and feel. Inspired by the tarot suit of Pentacles, Earth can also bring light to your current work and money energy. When Earth comes into a reading, ground yourself. Connect with Mother Nature. Connect with her and take into consideration with the material aspects of your life. Connect with her nurturing energies. Earth is here to support you in all that you do. It is time to grow. To connect better with the earth, ground yourself. Visualize and wrap your roots around Earth's core. You can also utilize the power of crystals, herbs, and the energy of this card itself. Well, you can't use the energy of this card itself because I have it, but yeah. Okay. And then I'll pull you a couple from Light Seers. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Ooh, we like this. We like it. First of all, you have 5 of Wands in reverse. So some people have a lot of opinions about how to be helpful and how to do something that only you can do, but it doesn't matter. It's none of their business. You don't have to listen to them. Only one of you can get the prize, and it's none of them. So do it your own way. Don't listen to other people's BS schemes. Second card. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. So remember, grounding. Yes, romance is afoot. Be grounded. Be centered. Don't get ahead of yourself. Enjoy it in the moment and really enjoy it, right? And 9 of Pentacles. Things that you planted the seeds of, whether it was monetarily or energetically, are coming to fruition. You're finally starting to see the fruits of a labor, of a battle that you've been doing for a while. And friggin' yay, right? Okay. Devilin, it's time for your cards. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, practical magic energy. This one is practical magic energy. This is funny because you and I were talking about tiredness and just people being people and being all people-y and how their people-iness kind of gets to us sometimes. Okay, so universal energy spirit. This card represents the 5th element spirit, a non-physical energy that exists between, within, and above all other elements. Attune your energy with divine energy. The universe supports you. Connect yourself with all of the elemental energies to engage your practical magic. This card is telling you to fully connect with the 4 elements to bring forth this magical 5th element. So, where are you out of balance? Like, are you really hot-headed and your fire is on point? Are you finding yourself uncontrollably crying and maybe your water is up there? Are you in your head a lot? So it's like the air side of things? Or are things just like you're totally apathetic, which means you're way up on the earth, right? So I want you to think about where you might be out of balance and how you can refocus balance into your life by doing the things that you have less of, which makes sense, especially when I look at this. 3 of Swords is your first card. Some things are holding you back and they're out of your control. And the only thing that you can control is how you react to them. This card makes me sad sometimes when I first see it, until I look up closer. Her hands aren't bound. It's bound around her rib cage, okay? So, like, she's tethered to someone else's pain, someone else's drama, someone else's situation, and it's affecting her, and all she has to do is get a big old sword and cut the ties. So it's time to cut ties with something, someone, a situation, and that will bring more abundance into your life. So someone, something, a situation, some situations are holding you back. They're preventing abundance from your life because they're probably sucking your energy and leaving you out of balance. So it's time to run towards the new and exciting adventure and opportunity that is around. So for me, that seems to say that your key to balance is to rely on what you want most. And looking out for ourselves isn't selfishness, okay? Because you're the best asset your business has. You're the best asset your life has. So looking out for yourself is the most important thing that you can do. Yes, we definitely need to look out for other people and we need to consider other people, but not at the expense of our own safety, our own happiness, etc., etc. Okay, who else wants a card, yo? I'm going to refresh those comments and see if I missed anything. I'm going to pull a card for Alyssa because she often is busy when I'm on because of time zones and she watches them later. All right. Ooh, the full moon control. Okay. There is more in your control than you think is in your control. What do I mean by that? The full moon is very powerful, okay? She's the boss. She does all the things. We take our cues from her. She affects everything. With the full moon comes a lot of energy and intense magic. We just had the full moon, right? This is the universe telling you to release your control and give it up to the divine. This is the reassurance that everything will work out. Embrace the power of a full moon and her magical energy, for she will guide you. We don't always need to be in the driver's seat. Take a step back and allow the magic to do its work. So where are you rushing things? Where are you worrying about things? Sometimes the best thing we can do is set things free to allow for better things to grow in their place. Take a look within and outside of yourself, asking yourself, what is it that you can let go? So what can you release and what can you let go? And the three cards that come with that, the Seven of Pentacles. Right now, in this stage, you are planting the plant, the little seedling. Look how tiny it is, but look how big its root system is. Right now, your focus is where are you rooted and how are you cultivating spiritual, physical, and emotional support and nourishment. Because if you don't keep feeding yourself and you don't fully integrate the practices that you're learning before you jump on to the next one, you're kind of always going to be chasing your tail. With that in mind, take time to rest. A lot of integration where things that we've learned on the outside become knit into our spirit happens when we rest. The biggest growth that I had wasn't what everybody saw the first 12 months, like from 2020 to 2021. It was when I was mostly silent. It was when I wasn't taking on clients. It was when I took time and took a step back in the last 5 months and did all that gross, yucky shadow work stuff where my bullshit and my trauma kept coming up. And instead of being like, ew, I don't want to see that, I dealt with it. I looked at it. I looked at it because I know I'm safe. I know I'm in a safe place. I know that I'm loved. I know that there's a plan for my life, whether or not I can see it at any given time. So because of that, it enabled me to look at things from a place of rest and recuperation. And your third card is the Seven of Cups. So this says to me that you have a lot of options before you and you're having a bit of choice paralysis. So the full moon is asking you to surrender and to let go of control of the outcome. Okay? There's always a lesson to be learned. And there's no like wrong choice. So whichever one of these decisions you make about your future, about whether that's to do with your business, whether that's personal, spiritual, whether that's to do with your kid, whether it's to do with your dog, whatever, cut your hair, don't. Whatever decision you make, listen to your gut. It knows what you want and what you need, okay? And then just do it. If it doesn't work out exactly like you think it does, or something outside of your control happens, what did you learn? Move on, right? No big deal. All right. I'm not sure if Bailey's at work or not, so I'm going to pull her some cards too, because she always wants cards from me. And Haley wants a card, so I'll get Haley a card. I'll get Haley first. Haley, then Bailey. Ooh. Amatherasis, which is manifest. Okay. Okay, making the spiritual physical. This is a great card. I absolutely love it. And again, this deck was created by Grounded by the Moon. And he is on Instagram. And right now he's doing the tarot, like the second or third edition tarot. This is his oracle deck, and he has his partner deck coming out. So manifest visualization. There is so much magic around you and in everything. More importantly, there's magic inside of you. Know and remember and tap into it. You have the power to create anything you want or need. Focus your energy and set your intentions. Make magic happen. Don't just hope that they work out, ensure that they do. So this is the part that people miss the most in the we're just going to call it like it is, the hyper whitewashed spiritual movement that's going on right now. This is the part they miss. They think that manifesting is like making a vision board and just asking for it over and over and over again. No, you got to do the work. Okay? We set the intention, and then we make all of our decisions in alignment with that intention. So say my goal is to save money for a specific thing. Well, then I'm probably not going to go and spend $1,400 on hair extensions. Hair extensions aren't evil. I need a new garage roof. You know what I'm saying? It's not about one thing being better than the other, one thing being appropriate or inappropriate. You make an intention, and then you make choices in alignment with that intention, and you will manifest the things that you work towards. So sometimes we say we want a thing, but then we work towards immediate gratification and then wonder why nothing ever works out. Well, that can be a thing. I've suffered from that. Anyone else? Okay. So remember to also do your part. Take the time to visualize a clear and distinct path as well as the next step. Connect with, thank, and work in unison with the greater energies at work. Harness the magic and power that resides within, and when you're ready, release it to combine with the universal energy. The mantra is, I have the power to create and visualize my destiny. All right, let's see what tarot cards you get. Okay. So the first one is the Two of Swords. So where are you unintentionally or intentionally, I'm not in your head, blinding yourself? Where are you avoiding things that you know need to be addressed? Whether that's with you, with someone else, with your environment, giant pile of laundry, I don't know. The Two of Swords usually comes up when things that we dislike, that annoy us, that bug us, that bring us down, are within our power to change, and we don't do anything about it. The next one is the Seven of Swords. So again, those annoying, grouchy birds, whatever it is that's bugging you, you have it within your power to cut it out of your life. That's what this is telling me. And it might seem overwhelming, the Five of Pentacles. A lot of people don't like this card But they forget something that's really important. This depiction of the Five of Pentacles, everything you need is on the other side of this door, okay? The key is right beside the door. All this person who's like staring at the floor, is exhausted, has come a long way, you know, they're beaten up, they've got like scratches and stuff all on their feet or whatever. The key is right there. They just need to get that last little bit of courage, of energy, of gumption, and go for it. And I believe that you can do it. All you have to do is like visualize what it is that you want and take a deep breath and go for it. You are strong, you are capable, you are wonderful, you got this. Next, for my lovely, beautiful, gorgeous friend, Bailey. All right, let's see. Is this not going anymore? Rip. Okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, divination. Beyond the veil. Ooh. Bailey gonna be a fortune teller? Also, what are the odds that I stick my thumb in without looking and it's the exact one I need? Okay. Beyond the veil and signs. Listen and be aware of the signs that the other side gives to you. They are here to help and guide and support you. Don't let these reports be wasted. You let these efforts be wasted and you will need to be more receptive to everything around you, even more than you already are. Divination is a magical practice to see the other side to gain clarity, insight, and guidance. This includes many different forms: cards, runes, tea leaves, etc. Connect with your chosen type of divination and see beyond the veil. Use the power of a purple candle and this card, or this vibe, because you live in a different city than me, to gain connection with spirit. Grab a small bowl and a piece of paper or a napkin. When you are ready, ignite the flame and focus your energy. Speak the affirmation and burn the paper. Repeat the affirmation while your candle burns and releases the energy into the universe. I am open and receptive is the mantra. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, the Six of Cups is about coming of age, learning life's lessons, reflecting back on things that were a little bit more idyllic and how far you've come. I especially appreciate this card, Bailey, because you have one of these little doggos. And it's asking you to reflect on the journey, on how far you've come, on the growing up that you have done, whether that is like literal, like you're literally older, or revisiting some things that you've struggled with and giving yourself the credit that you don't struggle with them in the same way that you used to, okay? This could also, because in the spirit of divination, this could be connecting with your past and with ancestors. I don't know what your personal belief is about that, but this would be a great opportunity to dig into history and to learn stories and to learn maybe about the intergenerational stuff that might be holding back your progress that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Next is the Ten of Cups in reverse. So when the Ten of Cups comes this way, it means there's a bit of a bumpy road with family. Because when Ten of Cups comes like this, it's like you've arrived, your family is safe, you're secure, you're having fun, maybe you're having a party with your family, I don't know, like all of those things, right? Okay. When it's like this, there's going to be some discomfort in the people that you consider your family or that are your family. So someone close to you that you care about, or maybe a couple of someone, are going to be a little bit prickly. It's going to be okay, because the next card is the King of Pentacles, which is comfort, security, success, growing old with your giant library behind you. Like, yeah, it's time for you to dig in and connect with your ancestors and or the spirit of wisdom, and just remember that people are people and they're going to be people-y, and not every problem is yours to fix, even though maybe it affects you and it's annoying and all of those things. You already know that, but the universe saw fit to have you have a reminder, have a refresher. Before I sign off, is there anyone else who wants a card? To my knowledge, I'm not missing any comments. Let me double check. I think we're doing okay. All right, so as always, if you would like to book a reading with me, if you would like a more in-depth reading, I'm here for it. If you live locally, I'm doing in-person readings. That's partly why I cleaned my office so much. I've got a table set up. I've got chairs. We can shut the door. It can be private. You can, if you like cats, we can bring the kitten in. I can absolutely pull one for your dad. His birthday's tomorrow. Ooh, air element, the state of mind. Okay, so this is the first one. Let's find it in the deck, shall we? Okay. The element of air invites you to look into your thoughts, take notice of your state of mind, and don't allow your worries to get the best of you. Inspired from the tarot suit of swords, air delivers its message with a sharp edge. With air comes movement and change. It's time to free your thoughts and open up your mind to possibilities. It's all about how we perceive things. Be sure that you are in the right state of mind before you make any decisions coming your way. When air comes into your reading, take a moment to analyze your thought patterns and communications. I ride freely with the air. So this card is analyzing, but not overanalyzing. Hey, Mare! Which makes sense. Okay, this is hilarious. You got two swords cards following that up. So we've got the Eight of Swords, where there's something where he's like in his head about it, so he's not allowing himself to be as free as he could be in a situation. Don't know what that situation is, but if he can overcome that, he'll be like this guy, the Knight of Pentacles, all walking barefoot on the grass in a ray of sunshine, leaving a legacy of riches, security, knowledge behind him, right? And the Queen of Swords, which is one of my favorite cards. If I were a card in the tarot deck, it would either be this one or the Page of Knight of Wands. Right, okay, so the Queen of Swords has gotten to the top of her mountain. Her emotions are like in an open door shelf cage thing, right? So they're not overwhelming her, okay? The skies are blue, and she's surveying the journey, looking at the kingdom that she has conquered. So in the case of him, because gender is irrelevant in tarot, birthdays do this. Birthdays make us survey things. So the trick will be to focus on all the amazing and awesome things that have happened. As we get older, sometimes it's easy to accidentally, on purpose, but accidentally focus on the things that we missed or the failures instead of all of the good things. So I think the challenge is going to be to look at all the things, like, Mufasa in The Lion King. Everything that the light touches is our kingdom. What about that shadowy place? Don't go there. That's the wisdom from Spirit to him today. Hey there, I'm gonna pull you a card. Ooh, the Phone Tree, Community. This is a really cool deck. There, this is the Grounded by the Moon deck, and I love it. It is time to reach out to those around you. Community, reaching out. Learn to lean on those near and dear to you in the times of need. Loved, friends, and family are the best and strongest support that you have. Use these connections to help you with any issues or questions that you may have. They are here to support you. The tree is a symbol of great wisdom and having a strong foundation. The more branches the tree has, the stronger the roots are. This is a great tree that grows and extends its branches, and in turn, it deepens stable connection to the earth. Become the tree. You can also utilize the magic of this card, its affirmation, and a green candle for its connection to the stable and grounding element of the earth. So, the mantra is, my branches are as strong as my roots. The thing that just popped in my head, even though you got the tree card, is that you're not a tree. You can get up and move. So, which is really funny because it's, you know why. You know why that's funny. It is the Practical Magic deck. I absolutely love it. And point of pause, well, before I grab your tarot cards, it also comes with like spreads for the different elements, which is cool. New moon spread, a full moon spread, the inner witch circle check-in thing, where you, what is the heart of my issue? What is blocking me? How do I embrace my magic? My answer from the divine and the conclusion of the development. And then the witch's self-care spread. So it's all really cool. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So the first card, Mare, this is hilarious. This is the Five of Swords. Has something in life been getting you down? Okay, everyone, my tone, I need to let you know that I know more things about Mare that I'm going to speak about in a private setting, even though it's a little private, it's still very public. But has something in life been getting you down? Have there been problems getting into your head and disconnecting you from your heart? Have you been raging because of things outside of you and it's giving you a spiritual and emotional and physical migraine? Take heart. Soon you will be stepping into the sun. Not a crow in sight, not an annoying person in sight, not a hate crime in sight, just you dancing in a field of grass with the sun shining and connected to your heart and filling you up with inspiration and goodness. At times you might feel like you're being pulled in two different directions, but I promise you that all of the chaos that is happening right now, you are still in the driver's seat and you are en route to your ultimate goal. That's hilarious. That is hilariously accurate. I want to look at the next card. I just feel like I need to look. Okay, this is the next card. So I know that there's a lot of stress and a lot of strain right now, but I promise deeper, relaxed, abundant, and intimate connection is coming. This might be you and Bruce. This might be you and a friend. This might be you and your kids. It might be all of the above. You are going to feel so supported and so connected and so loved compared to that Five of Swords. So it is coming. I promise. And this, I just want to tell you, is true right now. It's just not as loud as the yelly yellers. You know what I'm saying? That was so funny. That was hilarious. So, yeah, that is the cards for the day, I think. It's 2 o'clock. I've been up since, I think the first time I woke up was 2 o'clock. Let's be real. So I don't know if I'm going to make it for a nap, but I am going to have a cleansing bath and nourishing food and maybe go to bed early. I don't know. How are you taking care of yourself? And if you need help, reach out to each other. Like, post in the group. It's what it's here for. I know a lot of us are grouped out, but we get the most out of what we put in. Okay, bye, Mare. Thanks for popping in on your break. Love you, bye. And I know it can be hard. Like, I know it's really hard. Sometimes all we can do is what we can do, and I don't mean it as a chastising, gross kind of way. My goal is to grow this group with qualitative folks and to just create a safe, sacred space for support and expansion. This month is all about rest, recuperation, listening to ourselves, and learning how to trust that voice again. And then next month, I'm going to be teaching how the earth, gardening, herbology, nature, etc., has been a metaphor, literally, in my life for healing, and how the things that I've learned in the dirt in my yard have directly translated to the dirt in my heart, you could say. So that's what's coming next month. If you have any friends that you think would enjoy being in this group, please invite them. It's absolutely free. I do my best not to sell people in here. I do let you know when something is coming, but I'm not like, oh, hey, everybody, buy my shit. That's what my Instagram page is for. So please, 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 as long as they are anti-racist and not trans or homophobes, they can come. Bye for now.